your own champion.
Wow. Yeah. This team is just so resilient, and they just find a way to win. Obviously dug an 8-point deficit there in the fourth period, and they didn't blink an eye, just kept battling. And, again, Elisa was unbelievable all weekend. Kai Crutchfield did, a great job defensively with her matchups. And then Raina Perez, what do you say? It was funny because she had about that same look a few minutes earlier. And again, she tried to get it to Elisa, which is a good plan. But I just told her, hey, take the shot. And she took it when it counted most. So just so thankful for what she's brought to our team as well. But it was everybody, contributed and made big plays when we needed them. And Louisville is so talented and so well coached. They did a great job defensively, low scoring game, but we found a way to get it done. Players made plays. So great day for NC State.
All right, let's start with Aaron Beard.
Wes, you've been pretty open about the idea of doing special things, like talking ambitiously back to last year, and to win a second ACC tournament title with something the program's never done. What is the significance of that particular element? I guess another special thing, and it, especially in light of the last year, what it's been like.
Yeah, there's a time there when I thought, we may never get to put the hat and the T-shirt on and have the balloons rain down on you. This league is very, very good, and great players, first of all, great coaches, and it's just an unbelievable experience. Like I said, I didn't know if it would ever happen, and now it's happened back to back. So just, again, it's all about the players. I learned that a long time ago, and they just, when it counted, they made some plays, and it's really great for our program. Obviously, trying to break through in there. I had somebody tell me a few years ago when I first got here, there's a pecking order in women's basketball, and you'll never change that. Well, you're right, I didn't, but we got some players that are trying to change that.
Chantel.
Hey, Wes, you spoke about this a little bit in your opening statement, that just this team found a way to get it done in the fourth quarter. But through this year, you guys have had big fourth quarters a few times that have led you to wins. I'm curious, is that an attitude thing? Is that a leadership veteran thing? Is it all the above, something else?
Yeah, I don't know. If I knew, I'd sure as heck bottle it. I can tell you that. But they've been that way all year. We played a very good Boston College team on the road in our first ACC game. We were down 16 with about 6.5 minutes left, 6 minutes left. They found a way to win. Even here at the tournament, we dug a hole yesterday against a very good Georgia Tech team. And I think we were down 10 in the fourth quarter. And, they just step up and find a way to get it done. So, it helps when you got Elisa Canane in there to go to and lean on. But all weekend we've had different players step up and make big plays. So, I think it's more about just, the heart of a champion, if you want to call it that. They just find a way to make plays. And as Jim Valvano would say, never give up. They just keep coming.
Thank you.
Bridget.
Coach, you just talked about her a little bit, Elisa Canane, but for her, she was getting so much pressure on her and turning the ball over a little bit early in the game, but for her to stay calm and hit those free throws and then get that defensive board at the end to then, give you guys ultimately the game-winning shot, wins the tournament MVP. We've talked about her all season, but what does she mean to this program and her out there today?
Yeah. She always jokes about when I was recruiting her, the way I would say it to her is, we run this 4-out, 1-in system, and you would be really good in that system. She gives me a hard time about my Southern twang, but she really is. She's a centerpiece. Without her, we'd be running that donut offense, with nothing in the middle. But and I say that now, Camille Hobby's been pretty dang good too, but Elisa's a special player. And, again, we ride her pretty hard, and she just finds a way to get it done. And you're right. They gave a lot of attention to her, and she just, even though she turned it over a couple of times against the double team and the pressure, she doesn't hang her head, or she doesn't doubt herself. The girl's got a lot of confidence, and I think because of that, our team has a lot of confidence.
Mike Toper.
Coach, that hat looks good on you, man. It was about a year ago this upcoming week where everything hit the fan. And so I was wondering, from your perspective, how hard was it to get to this point? And does it mean a little more to win this championship, considering everything that you've had to go through to get here?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Again, last year it was something that hadn't been done in 30 years. So I don't know. Last year was pretty special. They're all special. And again, just because of this league being so great and so many players and coaches that are unbelievable, to be the last one standing is really special. But, I think, doing it last year was special. And then to have the season end, to have kind of the rug ripped out from under you. I think we'd have been a number 2 seed last year in the tournament. We were excited about that opportunity. I guess the only silver lining was we had a great group of seniors that ended their careers with a win. And there's not many people that get to do that. So, from that standpoint, it was special. But I'm excited to hopefully have a chance to keep playing this year. And, this team's got to work. You can see, we struggled in about every one of these games. So we can't take anything for granted. We still have some things that we hopefully can clean up a little bit and get better. But, it's exciting to be at this point and to, it feel like this year we're going to get to play. And we owe a lot to a lot of people, obviously the ACC office for making this work. We had a 3-week shutdown and, which really was tough, but our kids handled it and came back strong. But the ACC office had to do a lot of juggling all year. So give them a lot of credit. And then just being over here, the Greensboro Sports Committee, they do such an awesome job putting this tournament on, especially this year with all the COVID testing that has to be done and trying to keep people, separated, contact tracing, all that. It's great. We appreciate everybody making it work.
Alec.
Yeah, Raina obviously came to NC State to have these games and have these moments. She told us that, she knows that she belongs, and she's kind of been proving that. Just how cool is that for her to have that moment and that shot in this game?
Yeah, unbelievable. Like I said, again, we got a lot of really good players, but I don't know where we'd be without Raina because, we lost last year, Ace Koenig, first of all, who was the MVP of this tournament a year ago. And then we lost Kayla Ely, somebody who'd been in our program for 5 or 6 years because of injuries, had great experience. To lose both of them the same year to graduation. And, Kai Crutchfield can play some point, but we love her more at the 2. And we felt like we needed some experience. We had some freshmen, young players, but we felt like we needed somebody with the experience that you could just drop into this lineup and hopefully not miss a beat. And I think that's what's happened. For her to come in and, first of all, be accepted, a lot of times, you got to give our players credit too for, having open arms and being excited. But a lot of that has to do with Raina, not only as a player. Again, she works, she comes in and prepares like a pro, but she also is just unbelievable person off the court, great personality, fun to be around. And so that's why it worked. It doesn't always work that way, but Raina made it work on the court and off. And our team's a whole lot better because of it.
All right, we're going to take a couple more. Luke.
Wes, you mentioned the pecking order. Now that you've won the ACC again, you beat Louisville again. Is this enough to get you on the 1 line?
I'm not really concerned about it. Again, I realize, it's a 116 versus a 215 and then on down the line. But, to me, at the end of the day, if you do, if you're able somehow, some way to get through your bracket and get to that point, it's just a matter of you're going to wear dark uniforms and they're going to wear white. And we've been pretty good in black uniforms this year. So I'm fine either way. It's nothing we can control. And, on one hand, you got an argument. You knocked off 2 number ones on their home court. On the other hand, we lost a couple of games and, it was stuff we could control. So I'm not worried about it. And like I said, I don't mind flying under the radar. At NC State, it seems like we kind of do that. So I'm fine with it.
Doug.
Hey, Coach, congrats.
Thank you.
It might be tough for you to fly under the radar with the season you've had so far, but you never know. Maybe to be able to work.
Come on.
How do you handle this next week or so? Because, I mean, it's not you're going to be home for the first 2 rounds because everyone's going to Texas quarantine. So how do you deal with the next 10 days or so before you start playing again?
Yeah, we're going to do what we've always done, and that we're going to take 3 days off right now. And I think we all need it. I was kind of second guessing myself with us getting the double bye. I wondered if maybe I should have given them 2 days off this week to start it. When we finished last Sunday, could have gave them Monday and Tuesday off and still had a couple of days to prepare. And you don't even know who you're playing at that point. But this week, we're going to take 3 days off. They need it. They need a rest and give them a break. And then we'll come back and practice 2 days, take a day off, practice 2 days, take a day off. We'll have at least four practices in there where we can focus on us, which will be great. Usually you're preparing for the next game, the next opponent. And now this time we're going to have 4 days that we can look at ourselves, look at film from this weekend and see what we need to clean up and do better. So I'm excited about that. I think we need that.
All right, last question, Justin.
Coach, you've mentioned that, you guys have come back from 10-point deficit in the fourth quarter yesterday, 8-point deficit today, and many comebacks this season. Why do you think this team seems to play its best when there's a hole to climb itself out of?
Yeah, I don't know, but I wish they'd quit doing it. You got to remember, I'm not a spring chick, okay? And it's probably not good for my heart over there. So I wish they'd kind of cut that out. But, I don't know. Maybe in the fourth quarter they say, you know what, the heck with that coach over there. Let's just play ball. Who knows? Maybe they just ignore me in the fourth period, and that's why we're so good. But I don't know. Like I said, I think they're just winners. I think they got heart. And again, several of those players. Yesterday, Kai Crutchfield stepped up unbelievably in the fourth period, and that's a senior leader for you. Kayla Jones has done that several times, another senior. Raina Perez, graduate student. And then, Elisa Canane, like I said, she's a junior, but that girl's got a lot of confidence, and she'll keep coming at you. You may double her, you may maybe force her into a turnover, but you better keep playing because she's going to bring it back. And so, again, she made some big plays down the stretch today, especially getting to the foul line and knocking down free throws. So, unbelievable, all of them. They find a way to get it done.
Thanks, Coach. Congrats.
Thank you.